RingGangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
Now, like I said before, this fight got little to probably no attention because, Mikey Garcia's kind of been moving funny since the Spence fight. And in that fight, that was one of the fights where I already knew off rip that this shit was going to be one-sided as fuck. And I kept on saying I didn't want to see it. And, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. And then after that, dude, took his money from that fight and, was kind of really inactive. He surfaced for the Vargas fight. The Vargas fight was a good fight, and he gave Vargas a good beating.
The Vargas fight, everybody acts like the Vargas fight didn't happen. Like so many people even the commentators last night were just going on about the Spence fight. I'm like, y'all know he kind of manhandled Jesse Vargas, right? Like,
yeah, like, and
everybody keeps talking about this undersized. Like, Mikey Garcia is not no little dude. Like. And he hits hard. Like, you don't manhandle Jesse Vargas like that.
Yeah. He put his foot in Jesse Vargas' ass. Yeah, exactly.
Like, and this was Jesse Vargas coming to fight. This wasn't Jesse Vargas just lying down. Like, and he put hands on. He low key put some hands on Garcia, but he got worked.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I was people forget that happened for some reason. I don't know. Like
I was calling Mikey boring. Been boring for a while now. But I forgot that Vargas fight. It was kind of a banger a little bit. He was.
No, that shit was an excellent fight. Like
that was a damn good fight.
I forgot. Yeah. I remember it. I remember that fight, but that's like his last. Because the Spence fight just sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, the Spence fight.
Because he got outboxed and
he got outboxed and because he was everyone was different. He was the pound for pound king, and he got literally outboxed by the guy who people say couldn't box. So that kind of just put a sour taste from someone.
But it's the thing with Mikey Garcia. Like I'm realizing it now. Like you beat him by outboxing him, and it's crazy because he's such a high level boxer, but all his losses came from people outboxing him.
It is kind of crazy, right? Yeah.
It's
like you don't outfight Mikey Garcia because Mikey Garcia, he low key beats your ass if you try to fight him.
Yeah,
if you outbox him, that's when you could get him because you saw Vargas tried to outfight him and he
and like I said, one judge had that fight close and probably was only separated because of the knockdown for that Vargas fight. But
they always have a Vargas fight. Remember the Pacquiao fight? Pacquiao dropped him, beat his ass for like 8-9 rounds, and
had that 113. Yeah, that was.
Where's Vargas at? Vargas be having him.
I'm sorry. Let's see Vargas get some of the most beneficial scoring in fights that I've ever seen. Like he's Canelo without the money or some shit.
Yeah.
No, but he makes fights interesting. He had the Bradley fight. Even that.
He does, but damn, like why he always he gets an extra 2-round credit than what he deserves sometimes.
Right. Yes. Some judge clearly loves.
He gets the Mexican American stimulus package.
To a degree, yeah. Like
dude,
the Bradley fight,
the premium package. Even with the Khabib fight was another one. He has plenty of fights where it's like. He should have lost or it could have been a draw or whatever, and it's like the fight ends up being 115, 113 Jesse Vargas, 116, 112.
Yeah, so pretty much Mikey beating him up. Okay, Mikey's trying to do something at welterweight because everyone knows one of the few things that is clear about Mikey Garcia's intent is he wants welterweight glory. Like he's been wanted. And we'll say if he had beaten Spence, dude would have probably been top 3 pound for pound at least, somewhere around that area. Like I said, he'd be a champion in 5 divisions. He wants it, but in terms of actually wanting to box, that's a whole nother different story. Like he has these layoffs, and obviously when he's not fighting, you see him appearing on Eddie's cards. I'll never forget that the card he was for Quadras. What was it? It was Quadras Estrada 2. Because we were doing on them interviews, and he came in the ring, nigga looked like he was so fucking out of shape, he was bloated. Like, you know, dude was clearly eating good.
Looking like a Mexican, looking like a Mexican short order cook.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, and he's always like, yeah, you know, oh, you know, we'll see, you know, he's put eating carnitas like 3 days, you know, 3 times a day.
He's on the carne asada diet for sure.
Yeah, like dude,
and he got tortillas inside and everything, bro. He's
I don't even want to shit on Carnitas diet all the way because these last few years that shit's been working for Chris Ariola.
You know, word.
Low key,
But
you
even
can't
Chris
tell
Owen,
me Ariola's stock is higher than Mikey Garcia's stock right now.
Not saying much, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no,
It's not saying much, but this is 2021.
It also Mikey was the guy that was in a boxing family that just never really loved, you know, he'd rather have been a fake cop ass, you know,
He wants to be Chief Wiggum.
He doesn't play with his race cars. He wants to be a fake cop and, you know, be a white boy basically. But what I'm saying is, like, it just seems like, you know, obviously he's naturally talented as they come, but he just doesn't have that. You don't say you don't love the sport like that. I mean, I'm psychoanalyzing, but it just don't seem that he doesn't like.
No, I mean, the funny thing is too is Mikey was more talented than Robert or Roberto Garcia when he was called back in the day. You know, before, you know, and Mickey was Miguel Angel Garcia. You know, I always wondered why they actually, you know, changed their names up like that. You know, Roberto Garcia. That's why I remember it. And Roberto Garcia was a damn good fighter. You know, but Mikey was a lot more naturally talented than he
Mikey was naturally more talented, but just like he just does it just because for money and obviously to make his family.
It's a job to him.
Yeah, and the funny thing is too, like
but I don't think he has a competitive spirit like that though. Like he did too much smiling and just he accepted the L too easier than like Joshua be looking like. Mikey Garcia didn't even look relieved. He was like, yeah, man, like, you know, he's raising his hand up. Didn't he have Martin's hand up too? Like,
yeah, I mean, there's 3 things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Mikey Garcia doing a fist pump at the end of the round, whether he's winning or losing the round. He's gonna walk to his corner doing the fist pump.
Facts.
And that shit, like that's why it's like he doesn't like boxing.
But it's also.
So then you get a guy like Jermaine Taylor the same way. He didn't like boxing, but Jermaine Taylor didn't accept no losses like this nigga do though. Like, where's the dog, the competitive spirit? Like, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing that if someone like Errol Spence doing it, but Sandor Martin, I'd say if no one pretty much knew who he was. Like, I mean, he fought on the Zone Italy or Europe cards. And I have the Zone. Even I don't watch half of those cards, so it's like I never saw him fight before. I'm a little bit like, like who the fuck is Sandor Martin? And the only other inkling that something may actually go wrong was Anthony Yidget, who put out a tweet like maybe 3 weeks before the fight saying like, yo, don't sleep on this dude. Like, you know, just because I beat him in my home country doesn't mean that you know he's gonna be an easy out.
Well, yeah,
you know?
Anthony Yidget feels like the way Anthony Yidget talks about that fight is that like he feels like he didn't really win that fight, or that like he got away with the victory, but he didn't really deserve it. So it's funny that Yidget talks about that.
I saw that tweet, and now there's like a the triangle theory where Mikey Garcia lost to Sandor Martin lost to Yidget, and Yidget got by Romero. So that's just a little.
Yeah, I'm not gonna follow that one. You know?
No, but I'm just saying that's what actually I'm just saying the 6 degrees of separation. I saw that tweet on there.
Yeah, the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon type shit.
Kevin Bacon, Will Smith and shit. A bottle of beer.
Yeah, no, but it was just sad. But I was just like, I mean, even then, like most of us expected Mikey to at least get him out of there by 5 or whatever, something. You know, but like I said though, the day the jobbers are taking over, jobbers and don't want to be called jobbers, but they're professional opponents. They're not jobbers no more. They don't want to be called jobbers. You know, look, I'm an opponent for anybody. Like, you know, if I'm trying to get this money too, and money. Speaking of that, I mean, he only got $150,000 for that fight, while Mikey got $1.5 million. So,
but the thing is, he'll get a payday on that scale or higher now. Hopefully, now that he won that fight.
Hopefully, there's no proof of that.
And the
niggas
thing is,
say
Mikey, it wasn't
to pay people more when it's time to pay them.
Facts, you're right. But he'll get another payday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The worst thing about this fight. Oh, go ahead, Obi.
No, I'm saying I hope it's comparable to Mikey's payday, meaning don't give Martin $300K and act like you're doing him a favor.
Right.
That next payday need to be $700K and higher.
But it's just watching that fight though. It was like, you know, like it wasn't one of those fights where it's just like, you know, like maybe spoil. Like no, Sandor won that fight clear as fucking day. Like he won. Like I mean, if you give Mikey any more than maybe 3 rounds, you would probably trip. Like if basically
like he can't
Sandor,
even argue a draw.
Yeah, like Sandor, he got up first. Like in the exchanges, it was Mikey's head getting snapped back. Mikey was walking into all types of check hooks. Like Sandor
getting his head snapped.
Sandor was beating him to the punch every time. He was first and he was last.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even, it was a minimalistic performance. But that's performances. If you're outlanding the guy so much, then you don't have to throw a lot of punches. Like accuracy counts for a lot in boxing.
A lot.
Yeah, and Mikey was
just can't be moving backwards.
Yeah, and Mikey was probably at his most skinny fat in this fight. Like, dude looked like, you know, he was like he couldn't be bothered to really go the extra mile to get himself into condition too. So he couldn't handle all that moving either. Like all that movement that Martin was giving him. Like
we always saw was the damn the Shannon Courtney Mitchell fight again. That's all. That's what we saw. But the person who won did it by pressure fighting in that fight. But Mikey Garcia lost by getting outboxed. So same type of opponent. Motherfucker come in there overweight, you know. But shit, Courtney fought way harder than Mikey Garcia though. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Mikey Garcia he was like, fuck it, I'll lose.
I mean, there was that 10 or 11 where Mikey finally put his foot to that ass. I was like, Mikey, like, I was watching with my homie, you know, I was like,
nigga, that was no dude. Really, I can't even compare that to putting the foot in his ass.
There was a round where it was 10 or 11 where Mikey put the.
No, it was only 10. There was no 11. It was a 10-round fight.
It was only 10 rounds, so it had to be 10.
It was like 8, 9 maybe. It was one of the, you know, where like Mikey thoroughly won that round. And I was like, bro, where was this earlier? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing is, Mikey hits hard. Even he has the respectable power at welterweight.
That's what makes it worse. How you let a woman fight harder than you? How you let Shannon Courtney throw harder right hands and try to knock her opponent out, and you a fucking per pound guy with all this damn power, and you up here just letting a guy out?
You look mad lethargic, mad robotic.
And fucking Martin, Martin's already
too happy to lose.
Yeah, and Martin is a big guy too, is big for his weight. So I think that's probably the reason why he took Mikey's punches so well. Like he didn't wobble or anything from Mikey's punches. Like he was good, you know. So I think it was just the stars aligned.
He really got hit clean though. It wasn't.
Yeah.
He landed any clean punches in that fight with Martin.
Yeah, Martin put the fight on his and it was bad too because the crowd was silent. Like the crowd knew what they were watching. Like, you know, but you heard like Grisham and McCaskill and all of them, like, you know, they were trying to watch their words because they didn't really want to say what was going on in the ring, anything like that.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of that, man. Like I need that Timothy Bradley energy back, where, you know, dudes are just letting that real shit flow in the fight, man. Like everybody, y'all see a boxing lesson happening, call it for what it is.
Yeah, I think Vargas was the one that was trying to, but you know, even then, I think at some point he was like, yeah, no, it's not that. You know, Mikey's still in this. Although he was like, yeah, Mikey might want to hurry up and, you know, try to get some rounds in the bag. You know, he was on that shit. You know, but yeah, Mikey was just like, I don't think he couldn't give a good goddamn what was going on in that fight.
He took the L too happy. Like he was just so happy to be there. You know, hey, this jobber no one knows about. He's boxing my head off. Hey guys, would you look at that? Hey, come here. Hey. Like, really? Like, man, it's probably the worst performance from a top level pound for pound type of boxer.
like since like I mean, just dudes. I mean, Mikey's
Just Hall of Fame
record-
chance.
I mean, how you have you have victories over fucking Salido, Juanma, Rocky Martinez, Burgos, Broner, Lipinets, Easter Jr., shit like that. You have a whole bunch of victories of that nature, and then you lose to Sandor Martin, who doesn't have a
You
victory
mail it in with this guy.
of note in his fucking career. Like and you'll see in such because this was, in terms of gambling odds, this was the third biggest upset of the year. So, but it's probably the most high profile upset.
Well, do you know what the other two were?
The other one was when Vito got upset by James Martin, and then on the same, and then what is it? Ali Rivera. He beat one of PBC's prospects. I think Omar Rivera. Yeah. I think that one was the biggest upset gambling wise.
Well, yeah, this is the most open.
Yeah, and those Vito odds were horrible.
Yeah, and Vito got his ass whooped in that fight too. So I was even like,
yeah, that was definitely the most high profile. I mean, I thought it was gonna be the third.
Horrible odds, like.
I thought it was gonna be Macau Fox.
Odds so horrible. I feel bad even picking them.
Yeah, like, and keep in mind, like 1250 was probably the highest in terms of the odds. Like, Sando was a plus 1250 underdog.
See, I thought Mikey was gonna get. I mean, I thought like we were gonna see a robbery. You know what I mean? But like, I'm glad that once I heard that the zone commentators, the chills like kind of calling it out that he's probably losing this fight for real. I was like, okay, maybe Dude won't get robbed. And I'm glad he didn't. 'Cause I thought there would be.
I'm glad, and then the Gonzalez fight set up that the right type of energy, because it's like, hey, if y'all could get this fight right, and it's a championship level fight, then look, get the rest of them right, and the odds on that were crazy too.
Yeah, and if you parlayed both of them, I think it was like plus 8,800 or some shit like that. Which was like
the Garcia fight, like I was so far gone, he was gonna like win that shit. Like, look, man, if I don't put nothing on the underdog, I don't pick an underdog. You know that motherfucker's an underdog. Like nobody thinks, dude. Nobody. Like, and y'all come here every week, and I'm picking an underdog in something, and this motherfucker. Jonathan Rice is another one. Crazy ass underdog. I'm like, no. Those odds are crazy, Jay. Like, no. I don't think so. Next thing you know, oh my god.
Yeah, and dude puts on a career best performance, and offensively too. So he does something that he put on absolute heavyweight performance, and had the nerve to be dancing too. Dude was out there fucking Harlem shaking and shit, and ticking, So it's like. And so he knew the level of ass whooping he dealt out that night. But yeah, Mikey Garcia. Yeah, but Mikey Garcia, he fucked up, and I know his future opponents, Regis Prograis, obviously said pretty much said one word: fuck. Because now Regis Prograis, who of course is now who's kind of been playing around with his own career, lost a significant fight. Which too, Prograis probably would have put a foot in Mikey's
took the Maurice Hooker fight.
Yeah.
Should have taken the Maurice Hooker fight.
Yeah.
You
Although
were
as
the
I said,
favorite.
as I said in the chat, now I gotta find the video. But there's a video of Brian McIntyre, Bomac, saying that he told Hooker not to take that fight. So if Bomac is telling his guy not to take that fight, I don't know if you can put it all on.
That's Prograis. Probably after all the dicking around these niggas did.
Well, Hooker was playing back to that out.
When you don't take something when it's available, and you let people get a chance to fucking really think about the situation, making them say, "Alright, fuck it." And it's possible that could have happened. Because if you look at Hooker, remember, Hooker was going to be the underdog, the program. Underdog, the Virgil Ortiz. But what fight was more winnable for Hooker? The Ortiz fight, right?
No, I thought the Prograis fight was more winnable.
Nah, I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree.
Fuck out of here.
I don't agree. Virgil is more winnable than Prograde.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Y'all,
Yeah, no, I
hold
think-
on, y'all really thought Wallace or the
That'd be a
program was even fight?
Prograde to be a banger. Shit, that's
What?
I mean,
No, I didn't say it was an
both-
even fight, but if I had to choose who you would give the better chance of Hooker beating, it's not Virgil.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it's not Virgil. It's not Virgil.
Hold on, so y'all felt Prograde had a y'all felt Hooker had a better chance of beating Prograde than Virgil Ortiz?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Repeat your question, bro.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
Wow.
say it one more time, LB. Wait, ask it again. I want to answer it. My fault.
Huh?
Who had the
Hey, you
who had
gotta
the
speak
better
up.
chance? Oh, go ahead.
Who has a better chance of who had a better chance?
Chance
Prograde
to-
or Ortiz? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you had, if you were managing Hooker and you're saying what's the more winnable fight for him?
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean it would be Prograde, but I mean by a slight margin.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not like an overwhelming margin.
You know what y'all niggas see this is the thing. Y'all be like so hit and miss with y'all tech time because you guys always hype on Prograde, this skill, this that. And then now y'all just like, well shit, the Hooker could have beat him. Like,
He wasn't winning either of them. He wasn't
you
winning
were
either
former
of them.
champion.
Yeah, it wasn't like we're saying that this nigga would go 1-1. Like you would probably lose to both of them, but I'd see Prograde.
That was their second fight at 147. You know what I'm saying? Whereas
Me personally,
Prograde fights 140. Like Prograde fights at
never
140.
been champion before, and he's the prospect.
What I'm saying is Prograde fights at 140. So I mean, Hooker's is more of a natural. You know, he's tall for his size, but he's a 140 fighter. So that's why I think Ortiz is 147, the dog at 147. So
Small 140 cat. His ass is gonna end up going to 147 anyway. And matter of fact, later on when that fight got canceled, whatnot, he was complaining about being out of shape then.
Who, Prograde?
Yeah, Prograde.
Like he couldn't,
I mean,
like he could have weighed in at 145 or something.
Yeah,
They had to fight at 147.
Prograde talks too much anyway. I like the niggas.
yeah, like the Prograde fight. Like I mean, the first one at PBC, he blew weight. He didn't even make the weight for that shit. And then Anthony BIC, yeah, Sandor was plus 900. Yeah, like he was 900, but like I said, you know, on the high top odds, he was like plus 1250 too.
I did see at 1250 you posted, but
Yeah, there was a 1250 in there. So yes, I mean either way, it was one of those fights that it was odd. You know, let's say if you bet on Martin or parlayed that with Jonathan Gonzalez, you know, congrats. You know, you deserve that money. You know, you could put some of it Ray Gang's way if you want. You know, just like, you know, if you like the content. You know, little shameless little show. you know, but
Damn,
but,
y'all
it was one-
wildin'. Like,
So
at the end of the day, Prograde take the fucking fight with
is
Hooker. The fight with Garcia ain't happened for whatever reason. The Zone ain't have a budget,
that fell through.
and now he's out of two fucking.
Oh no, they had the budget. They just weren't gonna pay him the money that he
They
wanted.
were gonna. They didn't think there was enough, get back. So do y'all think Mikey's pretty much done, or he's gonna come back with one?
He got to run it back. That's first thing first. He got to run that shit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
he
the thing
gotta
is,
bring it back.
yeah, I mean, all his parts. I mean, Prograde can say, like I said, Prograde can say what he wants. You know, fuck this, but you know, Prograde needs to stop fucking around and pick a division and fight. You know, stop Twitter.
Thank you.
Whoever's heading Prograde, other than him fighting on one of the first Triller cards, like whoever manages Prograde just kind of doing a shitty job.
I mean, he's a free. I mean,
I thought he was on PBC at first, and then the mix.
no, he's a free agent. I think he's doing the free agent thing. Like he does
Fight
one.
to fight basis.
Yeah, the fight basis shit. But
Yeah, you know, like, I think he wants.
He will spend his whole year calling out Broner and Tank.
and begging a Tank fight. He's begging, like that Malcolm X jib. That brother's starving, bro. Like he just wants to, I don't blame him. He wants the money. He wants a big fight, but shit.
Well, the funny thing is, too, he has been getting paid. Like he's not like, dude. I mean, we fought it. Dude clearly is financially good. I think. I mean, he wants to fight, but I think just how he's going about it, it's detrimental to his actual career. Because
Yeah, 'cause
he's
you're
not
getting
going to get a division. Like, I mean, are you gonna do 140? You gotta make the weight. If you're gonna do 147, get in the fucking mix. Like one or the other. Like, I mean,
fucking Hooker fight. Like niggas at like 147 was some big monumental jump for this dude, and he's not no fucking small fucking 140 guy.
Right, because right
I'm
now,
sure. Look, if Josh Taylor had the chance to go up to fight Crawford at 147, I don't think he's gonna. We would all shit on Josh Taylor if he said, "Hey man, can you do that fight at 142?" And we're like, "Hold on, nigga, you big as fuck."
You know Taylor's taking that 140. You know Taylor's taking that fight. You know.
Remember how Bob had got on Tio for them talking about, oh, I could go up the, we could make a catch weight, and we're like, what? You talking a catch weight? Like,
fuck is a catch weight?
Different. That's a different comparison.
It's the same comparison. What's different about it?
Nah. You can't compare. Josh Taylor and Crawford because Crawford's already at 147 and has been there. Hooker was at 140 and the plan was to have that fight at 140 until now. All of a sudden, Hooker could not make 147.
It was like 144, 143.
Yeah, it's very different. Like Crawford's established at 147. I get what you're saying, but
I hear that. I hear that. Okay. So what other fight he had lined up was at that level of getting negotiated, and that's what y'all not hearing.
No, I get that point too.
And that's the only point that matters, nigga. The fight ain't fucking happened because this nigga ain't want to fucking go to 147 and destroy dude like he was supposed to.
Yeah, that was kind of. I mean, at first I was like, "Come on, Hooker's playing weight games," but after a while, I'm like, "Prograde, if you want the fight, then just fight him at 147." Why?
Look, sometimes you gotta take the fucking risk, and a lot of these, they don't have that jobber mentality of like, you know what, fuck it, I gotta just take this because they got a little ASAP clout.
The only reason that I was originally on Prograce's side fully, it wasn't until I realized that, like, because if he wanted to stay at 140, that's fine, that's his prerogative. You know, I understand that. But once he can't even make 140, now it's like, okay, now you really should have just taken the fight because what's the point of saying, no, I want to stay at 140 when you can't even make 140?
And that was my original point. About making fucking 140, and I'm like, dude, you just had a fight that y'all could have had at 147 and you would have took all of Virgil Ortiz's shine.
Yeah, but like I say, no.
And here we are. Mikey Garcia loses to damn Sandor Martin, and here we are. Regis is saying fuck on Twitter.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no, like you brought it on yourself, and Mikey brought his L on himself. You know, like
all these niggas bringing L's on themselves. Thank you, Pat. These are self-inflicted L's.
And the funny thing is too, for Matchroom, since Mikey was doing a fight-to-fight basis, so there's no rematch clause in this contract. So Sandor Martin doesn't necessarily have to run the fight back unless they show him the money.
They're gonna give him the bag. They'll give him the bag.
Yeah.
Well, depends on how. Well, we'll see what the ratings are.
Do not take that fight for less than $1 million, please.
Yeah, like if he wants it,
at least $500,000. At least get the $500,000.
Hell,
no. Remember,
like 800,000.
He said
850.
He said the going price to even start at was $700K. Like I'm different now. You know what? I'm fucking push that $1 million. Let them pay you because they underpaid you the first fight. They could have paid you $250K.
Right.
They're giving women boxers more money than you, bro.
Actually, no. I agree. Say $1 million because even if they won't give you $1 million, at least they'll knock it down and you get like 850K, 900K, close to.
Right. Think about it. Look, they was bitching about paying fucking Nicholas Walters damn $800K for Lomachenko.
Yes, sir.
Like y'all got this motherfucking money. Pay these niggas ain't money, bro.
Yeah, so Martin. So I mean, if not though, I mean, Martin can. Obviously, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, Eddie will probably put him on a card, But if you're gonna run it back with Mikey Garcia, you gotta make sure that, they pay up now. Since you're not legally, you're not legally contracted to give him a rematch.
If you were Martin, would you see if you could fight a different fight, or would you give?
Oh yeah, you kidding me? Like, because
I wouldn't want to fight the fight again. I mean, if I get a
highest bidder.
The highest bidder, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't want to.
If he can get $2 million for Prograde, take that.
Shit, have him fight Prograde. Maybe I don't think. I mean, he'll make much money for that.
One thing is too, Prograde, I think, put that out there too, and I'm just like, of course you could put that out there, nigga. Of course.
I mean, I like Prograde, but he's just a clout chase. I hate to use the term. He's just clout chasing.
Well, I mean,
clout chasing too much without building up the resume.
Like, yeah, I mean, when he was on ESPN knocking out Crawford's leftovers and shit, I was like, okay, all right. But then it's just like ever since then, I mean.
Well, no, ever since the WBSS tournament, like, because most people forget that he was actually champion for a little bit. He was actually a legit world champion for a little bit.
Did he have 2 belts or 1? Did he have?
He had 1.
He had 1. Yeah.
The Taylor fight was a unification.
It was a unification, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like pro grade. Because it's hard because you see Taylor's now undisputed champion. He's going on to that, and he's fighting a C-level opponent on a Triller card. You know, at his last time out. Like, you know, one thing's not like the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had to beg for his knockout. You know, remember that? He had to. You know,
yeah, so like
that was a knockout. It was a knockout.
Yeah, just make the fights. Don't you know? You didn't have to talk about Mikey Garcia all the time. Like, you know, Mike Garcia is now he's got to go back to the drawing board, I guess, for Sandor Martin fight, which is disgusting to say. For me to actually have to say that Mikey Garcia has to do that.
Like fighters, y'all gotta go back to being fighters.
And Mikey Garcia is not even. He's like 33 or something. Like, he's in his actual physical prime. He's not.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Yeah, you shouldn't be suffering these type of losses. Like, I mean, dude is we just talked about fighters who are probably Hall of Fame bound. Like, he probably has.
I don't know. He might be second ballot with this one.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, for real.
Like, look, this isn't. You can't compare him losing now. Like, the Spence loss is bad, but this is even worse.
Yeah, this is
still in his prime. You know what I mean? Like, come on. This isn't like Hopkins losing to Maine Taylor or something. Like, after you done had a whole
imagine if he
rain
loses
and shit.
Imagine if he loses to Sandor Martin again.
Yeah, then it's a wrap.
If he loses again, him and Keith Thurman got to fight. Loser retires.
That's super fucking fast.
I don't see that fight. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? That's a poll right there. Who wins at 147? Keith Thurman, Mikey Garcia.
Everybody hates Keith. I feel like, you know, Keith right now.
But people are gonna put respect on his name. Nobody's gonna pick Mikey against Keith. Especially that Mikey that we just saw yesterday.
Shit, man. I don't know, man. I don't want to underestimate the hate people have for Keith Thurman.
Man, we need to keep that, bro. I'm sorry.
Well, he's too busy being an Eternal 7 right now.
He didn't interview talking about, you know, as much of the interview he had, but it don't matter. He's always interviewing. Set up a fight, man.
Yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, this is what happens. You know, you can't, like, if you bullshit on your career and, you know, you don't do what you like. I mean, all boxers are right for upsets if you're not moving right. Mikey Garcia,
everyone a chance. That's what their odds in fights, except for that first one on the undercard of that.
Yes, sir. You know, so it's like, you know, you got like Mikey should know better. Mikey's a pro. Mikey is elite. Mikey as best is an elite fighter. Like, I mean, we can't even, like, that's no discussion. He's an elite fighter though, but his habits are not elite, which is a problem. You know, and it's getting to the point, like,
his
you know,
determination's not elite.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, it is. I low-key felt sad to see Mikey Garcia. This is what he's doing. Like, you know, the crowd, and, you know, especially that entrance, like that wild ass entrance he had. You know, coming in on a farmer's truck with farmers, like he does. Like,
Juan Deere.
Yeah, Juan Deere.
I mean, like, is Arce like the only Mexican that be having like they used to have like the dope entrances and shit, like motorcycles and just hype?
I feel like you're trying to stall dude out with that long ass entrance. You're trying to stall Martin out or some shit. I was like, what is fucking?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they were trying to make that shit like all like. I mean, yeah, because, you know, he's from a family of farmers and that's cool. But then he takes an L in front of the farmers. So what you saying?
Respected the farmers.
Yeah.
What happened to all that farmer strength?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Knockout.
And then his interview was kind of delusional too. Like, you know, no, I thought
if it was 12 rounds, you know, I would. Oh my God.
But it was 10 rounds, motherfucker.
Yeah, it was 12 rounds. So that means Martin would have a chance to win 2 more rounds, nigga. So that's all that shit was. Like,
yo, honestly, it's becoming but like Mikey Garcia was using arguments that fans use on message boards. Well, you know, if it was 15 rounder, you know, he would have won.
Yeah.
If it was a 12 rounder, nah, motherfucker, like, you lost. It was 10 rounds. You're not a novice who can't pace himself. You're fucking Mikey Garcia, damn it. Like,
yeah,
10 rounds is enough.
It should have been enough.
Maybe he needs to go back to being Miguel Angel Garcia to go back to the beginning to know what he.
I don't know what the fuck he need to do.
Yeah,
he
but
needs to damn take boxing serious, damn it.
Yeah, because you know, but at least the one thing did come up, come from this. Of course, this was at the end of the card, and this was this is where the zone kind of tried to say, okay, this was an anomaly. They tried not to talk about it once we got footage of Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, arguing in the crowd. And the funny things too is like it went from that to let's see what they got to talk about. So
I got more followers than you on social media.
Yeah, there was. We're like I said, we're living in the era of cap, for these guys. Like these guys, this.
And the Pewter's Putin Award goes to Devin Haney.
Oh man, but I mean, truthfully, the zone needed that type of attention. I mean, the upset's cool and it's getting attention too, but they needed something that was probably a little bit more mainstream in terms of that. And obviously, getting Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez and the rest of the Twitter fingers at 135, they kind of have the attention, especially because they be talking bold as fuck to each other. Pussy this, bitch that. Shit like that. Like,
and that's why that shit is so lame, because these niggas need to fight each other. Like, y'all talking to each other like someone got fouled at a pickup game and y'all about to throw hands, but then y'all niggas start talking about Twitter.
But that shit, to me, that shit was like a video op until I see something, until I see them in the ring together. That shit was just a video, just to get the buzz kind of going.
Obviously, because we're on now that Eddie has the rights to the Lopez Cambosis fight, so of course Eddie's over the moon with this shit. Like this, this like yes, keep doing. And then you have both Lopez's, Senior looked like he was on something, and and like I said, I've been around that guy in real life, so he's a kind of a dark character. When he's on something, he's really something, and and then. You see them going back and forth, and then of course now on social media, because Lopez said the N-word, there's a whole controversy on that. There's a whole controversy on that going on right now on that too. So that's
it's not controversy. He said it. I mean, but whatever.
Yeah, he did.
It's a New York thing, right? It's a New York thing. It's a New York thing.
Yeah, and Senior was on camera saying that before during the whole fight with Nakatani too. They made a big stink about that as well.
All the way from Hollywood to Miami.
It's an East Coast thing. Word to Angel Garcia.
Yeah, Angel Garcia said that in the build-up for the Judah fight.
Yeah, that's better than the way to put it, I guess.
Yeah,
because that's the thing. Like Teofimo, he got roots in Florida and in New York.
Yeah, and Teo.
So it's like I be seeing two sets of people trying to claim his ass.
I'm not saying Teo.
Yeah, I heard he's not really like from Brooklyn. I heard he's more from like actually lived more in Florida.
Yeah,
he's more of a Florida dude.
Teo always talks about black uplifting, so I'm not gonna like fucking say he's racist.
Does he?
Huh?
Does he?
I've just seen him talk about like maybe it's pandering, but he just does like the semi-woke thing, so I don't know.
Well, they're online calling him a straight-haired cat. Straight-haired spicy cat.
I watched other boxing YouTube shit. I've seen him sound sensible and logical about the black fight, but whatever. Maybe it's for the fan base. Who knows?
It was just the fact that he said it to another black man. That's another thing too. And Devin Haney, obviously, Devin Haney. Devin Haney has the attention, of the black community. So they're like, wait a minute, why is this non-black person?
Let's be honest, he's an LGBT darling.
To a degree,
he's kind of a darling. He's one of those darlings.
Yeah,
he's still on like the bench in a way. Like he's in the B team. He's not up there with Wilder.
He's on the B team.
He's not there with Wilder and Shields.
He's the point guard. He's the point guard of the second unit. You know what I'm saying? He's the point guard. You know what I'm saying?
The point guard for the second unit. Oh, man. Yeah, because Wilder is like Shaquille O'Neal, Chris Tim Duncan, all of them wrapped in one. Like,
got Wilder is the A team, Shields is the A team, Spence
is A team.
Spencer's the starting combo guard, Spencer's the Dwayne Wade,
even though he's Jamaican, but whatever.
But he lived in America long enough, hasn't he? He's in Texas. I mean, Texas is the most American state in the country, so
He's originally from New York, but yeah, I get called a foreigner. Like,
it's like I feel your pain, bro. Like niggas say I don't sound like I'm a Floridian. I don't have a Florida accent, whatever the fuck that means. So I mean, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
you sound like you from New Jersey. I'm like, nigga, I ain't never been to fucking New Jersey.
and you don't need to.
Yeah, right.
How you know them Redman and Outlaw verses? I'm a hip hop fan, but I'm just saying. Like, why you weren't bumping the Ross album like you was bumping Jay-Z album? I'm like, jeez, nigga. okay, man. But yeah, man. I mean, look, all this soundbite shit is cool, and these interviews afterwards, these fights is cool, but it's only cool until it's not cool, and it's becoming not cool because we're not seeing fights come out of it. We started the year with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney saying doing the same shit.
Exactly.
Fast forward, Ryan Garcia ain't fighting again this year. We don't know what the fuck who Devin Haney's gonna fight. They're trying to get something with JoJo Diaz.
That's how we make it right. Make it right. Make JoJo
right.
It's like JoJo.
You know, if they wanted to make it right, I would say fuck it. Offer JoJo a little more and make it on some offer you can't refuse.
It seems like JoJo wants to smoke. It seems like JoJo's not. He's not part of that four, but you know that four, whatever you want to call. But
different era.
JoJo's the one that wants to smoke. He wants to fight these dudes. But you know,
he's already fought his elite fighter though.
Yeah,
we waiting for these other niggas too. Like, and Turbo Fist is elite. Like, whether you him playing Groundhog Day.
I thought you were talking about the guy, my boy,
Farmer. I was gonna say, I know he's not.
And Farmer was up there.
Last fight. Who did he fight last fight again?
Fortuna. Definitely not.
Fortuna. I thought you were talking about him. He's not elite. But yeah, the other, you're right. Turbo Fist elite. Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying. Like, Eddie Hearn and them just need to offer JoJo more. And so now it'd be looking like, look, like, we even gonna give you a couple 100,000 more, like, and see if you take it or not. Just saying the whole, well, it's the same offer from Ryan Garcia. Like,
Let me. So because I saw that Diaz is fighting Haney because Ryan Garcia had a fake hand injury, right?
They want the fight to happen. We don't know if it's happening yet.
Yeah, like so I already know now the contract. I mean, there's like sending the contract. This, so we have hopefully maybe we'll know by this coming week to see what's going to happen with that one. But yeah, it just seemed like 135. 135 is like 147 in the way. It just has talented fighters, but 135 is just more visible because all they do is talk on social media all the time.
And somehow we get some fights, but they usually because like other people, like it's not the prominent 135. Like JoJo done moved up and had more prominent fights than half these niggas.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They use their fists to punch the keyboards more than they punch people in the face
or their phones.
Yeah.
I mean, my boy Teofimo did fight Loma, so let's take a look. I mean,
Teofimo has a pass right now because Trilla's been fucking around with this fucking mandatory, so he has a pass. But it's after Kambosos is done, Teofimo better get his ass off his shoulders and he fight like 3 times next year in 2022.
Bob wants that. Bob wants a Loma rematch. Bob wants him to fight Loma.
Yeah. Again, I had to be touched on it. Stay away from Loma, Teofimo. Be safe.
No, don't be safe. I think he'll knock him out if they fight.
Knock him out again?
I'm serious.
Loma looks
I thought he was gonna knock him out the first fight.
Well, he'll definitely knock him out the second fight.
Loma thought so too. That's why he didn't touch him. He didn't get close for a fight.
Lomachenko said, hell nah, I don't want him for no 6 rounds. Fuck all that.
I'm good. No, but I mean, seriously,
that power decreases a little bit.
Again, like, I don't think these guys fight until they're 140, 147, but, maybe.
That's too long, man. So, look, these niggas is no out-of-the-world extraordinary talent. We're not seeing the rebirth of Sugar Shane Mosley, Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, none of these niggas. We're not seeing that. I don't feel the confidence that these guys is going to remain undefeated this long to get there.
Keep that.
Remember, they couldn't do this at heavyweight.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is lesser division, just dangerous because everybody's heavyweight. But
everybody's heavy, yeah.
At 130, nah. We just seen Sandor give Mikey a fucking great value boxing lesson.
He gave him, he schooled him.
Like, so it's like I'm tired of dudes waiting. It's like every year is a damn Twitter battle with these motherfuckers, and there's like no real fights.
Right.
Like, and y'all, I'm not even gonna say the KINGS on here.
No, they're jesters. Remember that? I remember I coined that.
Yeah, four Dutches.
The Dutches.
And even then, that's fucked up because Dutches they either come in a pack of 5 or 3.
Well, Diaz
Or
is
2.
Diaz is kind of like that fifth, that Wilfred Benitez of the crew, you know, where he's kind of outside it, looking in, but you know what I mean. He's around. He's
He's not in that group. Like
he's not in that group.
He's already like established over them.
He's established. You know what I'm saying, but he's like, you know, he's in the mix.
Well, yeah, he's the only non-champion.
He's the oldest out of them. I think you know he's 28.
The non-champion who's beaten champions and fought champions.
I mean, they're all like they're all 23, 24. Because I know JoJo's 28. The rest of them are still pretty young. So.
If this was on the block, JoJo would be their OG.
JoJo would be the OG.
Yeah, but the thing is though that all of them are in their primes. Like we should be like there should be a whole bunch of round robin shit going on right now and into next year to see, you know, to get some clarification on the division. But
and it looks worse than it does at middleweight because everybody at middleweight there's more fuckery with like the politics and the guys are older and people are jaded and niggas got outstanding beefs from 154 and
yeah, still
so much
still
shit
too much
going on.
Bullshit for my liking. Still too much.
It's still too much bullshit, but 135 it just looked like if somebody just said, you know what, fuck it, and we just nut up and get these damn fights going and here we are. Like everybody just likes the clout of it.
Lopez the only guy. Teofimo's the only guy who risked zero. I mean, you know, with Loma and even Comey's a tough fight too. Comey was a tough fight at the time. Didn't look tough for him, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Comey was a great fucking fight. Like
it's a great W. It's a great victory. I mean Comey
because these guys kill their momentum.
right.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's Teo. You know, that's what we getting at Teo for. Just a whole year going by off of your biggest win. Like, dude graduated and then went to the damn advanced training at the Keith Thurman University. You know, with special professors, Turbo Fist and who else? Keynote speaker. Mikey Garcia.
LSC on the opening, you know, the opening.
It's crazy because LLC, at least he stayed active. It's just he fought too much fluff.
Yeah.
So it's like, can one of y'all niggas just get it right? Like, can someone just stay active against top 15 to top 5 level opposition?
Nah, it's too much to ask for.
You're right because only JoJo Diaz is capable of doing that right now.
You can't ask for stay. You got to ask for hamburger helper and enjoy it.
Right. So yeah, so like it was nice, you know, like so yes, it was nice that the zone wanted to get the attention because Haney's been, you know, down with the zone for a hot minute and, you know, Teofimo was new to the zone, so it was nice to get them on there. But all in all, it's just like, you know, it needs to lead to something. Like, you know, 2021, okay, you know, some of it it's almost a wash, but 2022, this shit can't continue. Like, you know, like if you're gonna be like, you know, if you're gonna be talking on social media, then you should be talking in the ring as well. You know, you gotta be something has to happen.
Or because if not, one of these underdogs y'all gonna pick is gonna damn not read the email or the script saying that he supposed to lose.
Right.
What? You telling me I was supposed to lose? I didn't get the memo. I ripped up that memo.
Yeah, right. It was junk email. It was spam.
Yeah, and then we'll have more, and then we'll have more think pieces, and you know, and pretty much putting the blame on why these guys, you know, get these upsets.
Yeah.
You know,
because you know, you're the underdog. People not playing no more. People trying to. It's a pandemic. Everybody's like going harder now. Like,
right.
No one's just gonna sit there and just let you A-side them to death and Twitter talk about it. Like, no, like
some dudes like, you know, Martin want a fucking another payday. You know, some dudes aren't just there just to collect their check and take a L's. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
And y'all making more players come into the game. Like,
yeah. I mean, how shameful is that on a scale of 1 to 10? Mikey losing that fight, a 10?
Big time 10. Yeah, like I said, now if I knew what the type of fight that Sandor Martin was, I would be like, okay, you know, I probably would, but no, like Mikey, this L was all on him. Like Martin understood the assignment. Mikey was just like, you know, he couldn't be bothered to train hard, and you know, he thought his natural talents, and it would have been better off that if Martin actually knocked him out. At least, okay, he caught him, but no, like he had boxed him for 10 rounds, like solidly. It just looks bad too because it's like he's an elite fighter, has elite fighting skills, and that happens. And yeah, it's unacceptable. So, Mikey has to take a good hard look at himself and see if he wants to continue this shit, or if he does. Obviously, I'm pretty. He needs to run it back. And then obviously whoever's going to be the lead promoter is going to have to ante up some cash because it's not going to be no 150. It ain't going to be no 150,000. For this.
Definitely go to the highest bidder. If Mikey is obviously the biggest payday, then all right. But see what you can get. You deserve it, bro.
Yeah, he does.
It's definitely going to be held against you when we start evaluating your career once it's over.
Right, so I mean, but like I said, I mean, it's all on him now. Martin, and congrats to him. Like he did what he had to do, and like I said, I mean, and turn the card that didn't really have any real attention to it. Now it's buzzing because, like I said, it's a huge upset, so it's good.
Yeah, Mikey lost. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, wow, he got outboxed. Hold on, the boxer got outboxed again. Hold on, did he get outboxed by like a future pound for pound superstar? Oh no! Career mode glitch? Wow, I haven't said that in so long. Yeah, career mode glitch.
Classic case of it. Go and actually go read the classic article on it too that LB wrote. It's
GangRadio.com article. Career mode glitch. It's exactly what I'm talking about. The dude's finger fucking and pussyfooting around with serious fights, and they take this fight, and instead of that fight, and they get this loss, and and we're here talking about it on damn StreamYard.
Yes, sir. So do we have anything else? Do we have a poll to talk about, or are we good to wrap up?
Did y'all see the Eubanks or Savannah Marshall fights?
I prefer not to talk about those fights.
No, I did not.
I saw Eubank one. I'm assuming Marshall, not whoever up to.
Yeah, Marshall.
I only saw like the last little part of her fight.
Yeah, no,
but
Marshall,
I did see that they're going to be fighting back to back on the same card. Shield and Marshall. So hopefully
that Michael Benson tweet. I was like, okay, so this is shit. Oh no, they're fighting on the same card. It's not against each other.
Yeah. Hold on, they're actually treating this like it's 1995 or 2006. They're gonna have two people that they want to fight each other in the future headline a card.
Yes.
Whoa. Yo, I can't believe they're doing something so logical. How come more people don't do this more often? Like,
they really don't. Yeah, I missed that.
Because you know why? Because nobody's gonna want to be like, oh, well, I'm bigger, I'm better than I'm a main event guy. I'm not gonna be on no undercard.
But I also feel like
and they fucking themselves over with that.
I feel like they don't have enough of the fucking the ring. After even the fighter's not fighting. That next logical challenger goes in the ring and calls him out. That don't happen no more. It seems like too much.
Cause dudes are just happy being boxing celebrities. They don't like to box. Part of boxing is calling people out and dictating your career.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got back into boxing around the time heavily when Keith Thurman walked in on after Danny fought, and they were having that shit up, and they're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like Keith Thurman was playing the bad guy role, looking like with his hair slicked back. They're like, okay, this is getting kind of lit. But they just don't do enough. I feel like they should do it more.
Well, all I can say is that card wasn't very good. That's why I don't want to talk about it.
Well, no, I'm just asking because I didn't see it. I saw one little 30-second clip of Savannah Marshall wailing on this girl, and that was it.
I saw my dog Eubank win. I saw my dog Chris Eubank win.
Yeah, the Eubank one was underwhelming as fuck, and it was a injury stoppage and then Huey Fury and Christian Hammer was an injury stoppage, and then Marshall.
Yo, who won that? Did Fury win or Hammer?
Fury did.
Fury. Oh wow.
Yeah, and Marshall knocked the girl out in 2 rounds. So it's
damn that early shit.
Yeah. So nothing about that card was really worthy, but it just all I did was just really Marshall gets pushed along, for the December 11th, going back to back with whoever closest she is fighting. So, yeah.
Oh, so that's gonna be a good one because everybody's gonna get the debate and see like who's more exciting, entertaining.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, but they gotta make the fight happen next year. So hopefully, niggas don't start pinching pennies and shit, and they make them a good offer, and hopefully both of them win. Because I'm not gonna even downplay their opponents, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just more. That's the whole thing. Is like this supposedly, so. But in this particular case, it's going to be like if Marshalls knocks out somebody, but Shields doesn't. Optics is going to be like Shields
and
might.
Vice versa. Both are supposed to win and look good.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be some odds if you do it on a parlay for a reverse for Marshall to win a decision and for Shields to get the knockout. I'm pretty sure that if you try to bet on that, that might actually, there'll probably be some. You might get some cheese off that.
Oh no, Shields get a knockout. What is it? What multiverse is this? Is this the one where we had like Focus Broner and Wilder got a killer left hook? Like, what universe is this you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. I might want to watch this one.
Oh yeah, but at least
Luis Ortiz is like 25 years old. Mikey Garcia is serious.
Oh shit! But yeah, I mean, like I said, hey, but at least now women's boxing needs this. Like women's boxing has needed a super fight for the longest, and like I said, this is the closest one to it. Outside of anything related to Katie Taylor, which I know is like a mixed bag right now.
Yeah, I remember we did the poll on Serrano Taylor, and I still feel like Shields is the damn. The premier women's boxing match to see.
Right, because they have history. They talk trash. Savannah Marshall talks trash actually pretty well for someone who sounds like a snatch extra. So it's like so. And
then she's getting knockouts, so it's like you always want to see knockouts help build up fights, man. Let's just be real.
They do.
No one cares about that guy's sweet science and motherfuckers until they fight somebody else. Like, although we'll see the result of that this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to tie it all together.
Oh shit, man! So I think we could probably stop it here and give our final thoughts. P, final thoughts?
I mean, you know what it is. It's Ring Gang Radio all day, every day, twice on Sundays. Let me repeat that. Ring Gang Radio all day, every day, twice on Sundays. Nice little boxing. Nice little weekend of boxing. The weekend that we didn't think was a good weekend of boxing was actually pretty good.
Yes, it was.
So now,
who was thinking that? Because everybody was looking forward to Navarrete Gonzalez. Like,
yeah, but nobody was looking forward to that to last night's card. Like,
point taken. It was a 50 weekend.
I had to make sure I had to just blink my eyes and make sure this wasn't a PBC event, because this is usually PBC's MO. Give us cards that we don't look forward to, and then it's this actually was pretty good for all the wrong reasons, but still
accidental good card.
But now we're rolling into the heavy lifting of the boxing, because after starting next week we got every Saturday good name, big name, it's some name within the boxing that's gonna have somebody interested. So up until December, so this should be a nice little stretch we got. So let's hope we enjoy as much of it as possible. So stick with us, because Ring Gang got you all the way through. So stick with us and we got you.
Yes, sir. Pilot, your final thoughts?
Great podcast today. I mean, again, with like P said, this weekend it's been a while since we got back-to-back days of just two boxing cards that are all fully watchable. You know what I'm saying? So that was good. Hopefully it shapes up. I was thinking last night before I went to sleep, I was like, it seems like this year, if you add up the fights, I mean, it might have felt like a slow year, but there has been a good amount, 10, 12, 15 fights that have been bangers. So hopefully with the upcoming Shakur Stevenson and Aaron fight is cool, but I can't wait for that. I'm looking at my top for that Bud Porter fight. So,
Yes, sir.
with obviously Caleb Plant and Canelo on the way, just hopefully boxing closes out good for 2021. Anybody that's listening, thank you as always. ringingradio.com and every platform you could think of imaginable. So, everybody enjoy the Sunday and have a good weekend. No doubt.
Yes, sir. Hey, LB, your final thoughts?
Wrong top 5 on the list, not a part of something. So, Superheroes is in stores. I'm sorry, it's on all streaming platforms. Y'all get that wrong top 5. That shit hard. Like, just wait till the album drop and that Wifey for the Week joint drop. That's my shit right there. That's the song I'm fucking with. That nigga have bars on that shit.
Yes, sir.
That nigga do have.
Fuck a Valentine. I'm in love with myself. She done lost her mind. I think it just be saying some off-brand funny ass shit. Hard on these hoes. But it was a pretty good weekend of boxing. Salute to the judges for getting it right, not fucking it up, and playing God with people's livelihoods. Cause I hate that shit, you motherfucking whack ass blind motherfucking judges. When y'all fuck up, I hate that shit. My whole heart. So I'm glad I ain't have to feel that hate in my heart this weekend. So thank you. And I just want this to show y'all an example. When people talk about Caleb Plant outboxing Canelo, the Martin fight is what we envision. Everybody always, you gotta have power. Nigga, you just gotta have fucking boxing skills. You don't need to be able to knock motherfuckers out to damn outbox them. You just need to have enough power for diplomatic leverage in the ring.
Word.
So shout outs to Gonzalez and Martin and the underdogs, because this year the underdog, and be on the lookout for more shit from Ring Gang Radio. We got we're trying to drop that cartoon before the year is over, finishing that up. Shout outs to the rest of the squad. PJ the Fight Architect, RTDZ, Clanarchy, Sample Genius, Return to the Sample Kings is out, Spotify, all that other shit. Prolific Genius, with the animations and shit. We just killing the game. Make sure y'all follow us. Shout outs to Podomatic and everybody who fuck with the podcast, overseas and shit, who tune in. If y'all fuck with it, y'all on Podomatic.com. You fuck with us. Just remember, we be going live on Sunday, so tap in on Sunday, man. Whether it's evening or in the afternoon, whatever you from Taiwan, Japan, Madagascar, fucking Switzerland, fucking I be seeing all types of countries. Like some of them shits, I be having to Google, like, what the fuck country is this? I'm like, alright.
No, you absolutely right too. Yeah, like you right. Like I look at our Anchor and our Podomatic. Yeah, we have listeners in all types of places.
Yeah, like I don't know, if somebody in a cave training on some Geese Howard shit, just listening to Ring Gang Radio, like. And they downloaded it too, so hey, I mean, it is what it is. So you fucks with y'all, you fuck with everybody. Just keep tuning in and supporting the squad. Gang.
Absolutely. I don't have much more to add that the other brothers already haven't added, but like I said, just like I say, it's follow us on everywhere. Just Google us, but particularly bookmark our website, and of course sub to our YouTube, and once you sub to our YouTube, listen to our content, listen, like, comment, and then afterwards, you tell your friends about us so they can sub and they can listen, like, and comment. You keep doing that, you spread it around so we can all be friends. Because like I said, we have the content that you want and need. Not just boxing, but other things too. We do try to be diverse in our content, especially with cartoons and stuff like that. We try to be original, and originality in this is kind of hard to come by. And we're as original as you get.
But when you got the dopest minds from across the universe, I mean the world,
Oh yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
We definitely appreciate the ones that have been on the journey. Someone from day one that continue to rock with us, and like I said, just make sure you stay tuned. We got plenty more in store. So for myself, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the Go artist, for King P. Bodega, and for Conscious Pilot. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where, as always, shit's real, we talk about it. So, until next time, peace.
Peace.